Dara. I'm your average drinker, and I'm so excited. Like, seriously, I'm so excited because I'm about to reveal my top whiskey of the year, and it's going to be one of these 10 bottles right in front of me. All these bottles were released in 2021, and they're great bottles. All of these are super great. That's why they made my top 10. I already have figured out my bottom 5 bottles, did several blind taste tests so I could kind of get to that point to know which 5 finished in the bottom 5. But now, today, right here, we're going to figure out the top 5, and I'm going to rank them 1 through 10. Like I said, got the bottom 5 already. So we're going to rank these. I'm going to do them blind. Bill's going to pour them for me, label them for me. I'm freaking pumped to figure out which one finishes on top because I kind of have an idea of what I think is my top whiskey, but blind taste tests can change everything. And another thing that has been really fun for me is, as you know, like I've talked about in the past on these videos, I call myself the average drinker because I have literally been drinking whiskey for less than a year. So as you can imagine, my taste profile has changed like dramatically in the last year. I mean, sometimes I tried something, like 6 months ago, and I was like, oh, this is terrible. Never drinking it again. It's not good. Don't like it. Blech. And then 6 months later, I'm like, wow, what the heck was I thinking? This is freaking delicious. So, the more my palate has developed, the more I've been able to see what I do like, what I don't like, kind of pick out a specific flavor profile that I prefer. And, well, you probably see it right here on the table. I got a good variety. I did not separate these between rye and bourbons, cannot talk. Because, I'm so new to this, but next year, I'm going to separate them and I'll have a category for my top ryes of the year, top whiskey, or top bourbons of the year. And I'm really excited about it. Shoot, I might even do top scotches of the year next year. So we're going to get through this today. Going to do it blind. And let's figure out what comes out on top. All right. I'm excited. Here we go. I'm actually really, really nervous. One thing I'm going to try to make it a point to do, or not to do, is to try to guess which one of these is which. Because these are all great whiskeys. I know that. I've put them in my top 5 for a reason. So now it's time to throw everything out that I think I know about each one of these. All the thoughts in my head, I got to get rid of them. And I'm just going to drink these and I'm just going to tell you what I think as I drink them. And then we're going to determine a winner. Got to let go of all the bias. I'm trying to talk. I feel like I'm trying to preach to myself. Like, Dara, you can't do this. You just have to drink these and taste them. And they're going to be really good. So let's do this. Without further ado, we're going to start over here. Number 1. Whee! So excited. I'm actually really nervous. Yee! Okay. On this one, I get like sugar cookies, baking spices, some rye notes, maybe some dark cherries. Just smells really nice. It does not burn the nose hairs. It's really nice on the nose. Let's take a swig. Oh, that's so good. It's so well rounded. The flavor, wow, it just like explodes in the back of the palate. You get, that is so good. Dark cherries, caramel, butterscotch, vanilla, maybe a little bit of dried, some kind of dried fruit, but I'm not getting my mouth on it right now. Some brown sugar that just really explodes on the very back end with some cinnamon. This is just extremely nice. On the nose, it smelled like a little more sweet, and then the palate, it's it explodes into this nice spiciness. It's warm all the way down. It's just super, super good. Very sweet. Definitely a brown sugar explosion. This is really good. Take a swig of water here. Damn, that's good. Okay. All right, on to number 2. This one's just a little darker in color, actually. It's like those darker amber color notes. Colors, not notes. This one has the rye spices on it. It smells absolutely like a sugar cookie baking in the oven with like brown sugar and cinnamon and maybe some like little sprinkled red hots. Oh, it just smells so super rich, like a sugar cookie with cinnamon and brown sugar. Yeah, it's so good. It's very sugary maple, even maple syrup, actually. Nice. Try it. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy moly, that is heavenly. I get some. That is really good. Wow. It drinks so light. Like, it doesn't even warm hot at all down your throat. This one is less spicy than the first one I drink, but I still get some similar notes, actually, which surprises the heck out of me. But this one it's sweet, but still you get that cinnamon pop. The flavor just lingers. But I definitely get more. Oh wow, it's definitely very sweet. Get more of like the cinnamon sugar cookie, like a snickerdoodle. That's what this is. Oh wow, this tastes like exactly like I can't talk. It tastes just like a snickerdoodle that has like a little bit too much cinnamon on it, so it makes it a little spicy on the back end. But the flavor does linger on this one as well. This is really delicious. I mean, I would rank these two right now evenly. They're so good. So good. Time for more water. I'm trying to like try so hard to not like think about what these might be, because that is like playing tricks in my mind too, I think. Like I'm like, oh, could it be a rye? Could it be a bourbon? I don't know. So that's like tricking me up a little bit. This is hard. Blinds are hard, but I guess it's a good way to figure out what you really like without having like preconceived notions. But this one I kind of feel like I do. So here we go. Let's try number 3. This one burns the nose hairs just a little bit. Right off the bat. Sweet. Maybe a little bit of honey. And some like orange peel. Definitely burns the nose hairs. Stuck my nose too far in there. Oh. This 100%, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to have a preconceived notion. This literally smells like a yellow spree. Like 100% smells like a yellow spree that has been like floating around in a Sprite. Have you ever like dropped sprees in Sprite? Or like ate a spree while you're drinking a Sprite? It's like super, super sweet. And then the flavor just kind of bursts through the Sprite, the carbonation. It's what I get here. It smells delightful. Let's taste it. Oh, wow. There's no other word to describe this than a yellow spree. The palate literally matches identical to the nose. It smells like a chewy yellow spree. Maybe even some of the red sprees too. I get some of berry notes to it, like blueberries, maybe cherries, but definitely yellow spree is what like comes out on top. And the flavor, it just literally lasts so long on my palate, like all the way down my throat. It's warm. It sits there. The proof is nice. The proof is really nice because it helps bring out the flavor. But this one is really delicious. Oh. Yeah, that's all I can think about when I taste it is a yellow spree, but it's so good. These are all so good so far. I'm excited to figure out where they come out. I'm feeling so nervous about this. Like I don't know how I'm gonna rank these. It's so hard. Like the top 5 are so good, but we gotta have a ranking. So let's move on. Try number 4 here. I almost like sloshed it right out of the glass. That's nice. It's not as like not stringent. Stringent makes me think bad, but like strong on the nose. Doesn't have near as many flavors as the one I just drank on the nose. Yeah, I'm sniffing that way too long, but I do get some vanilla, caramel. It does not burn the nose hairs. I do not get like ethanol. It's just mild. It's just a mild nose. And that could be my nose might be just a smidge off. Might be because I've been battling some sinus stuff, but I do maybe smell a little bit of cinnamon. Definitely cinnamon and vanilla. Maybe some marshmallow. Yeah, marshmallow for sure. Oh, marshmallow for sure. Oops. Okay, let's take a swig. Wow. That is delicious. That is like, I'm getting a lot of these cinnamon notes today. Holy moly. This one is though like more of like that caramel it's like a creamy marshmallow caramel cinnamon. Definitely has like some more baking spices like nutmeg. Chocolate. Definitely got some chocolate right there. It tastes like a spicy Snickers. If that even had, maybe not nuts though, so not spicy Snickers. Maybe more of like a toffee. That's what it is, toffee. A spicy toffee cinnamony candy. It's good. Really delicious actually. Ooh, that one's a little bit warmer for sure. That one gets a little hot down the back of my throat. It's very sweet though, but still that spiciness, and that's why I like this so much. Oh, that's good. I don't know what that is, but it's really good. All right, time for more water. Now it's time to move on to number 5. I feel like my mind is so confused right now. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so number 5. It's also got like a dark amber note, like or a dark amber color to it, compared to the others. Especially if you put them side by side. This one is like the most ambered colored one. It's pretty. It's very pretty. It actually, story time real fast, but it makes me think of when I was in high school, I played a saxophone and I had this rose brass saxophone. It was so beautiful. Rose gold, not rose brass. It was like rose gold saxophone. My mom growing up had the ugliest saxophone in the world. It was beaten to death. So whenever I decided to get into band, she was like, "You're getting a cool saxophone." So I got a rose colored saxophone. Awesome. It was beautiful. That's what this makes me think of. So whatever that's worth. Oh, wow. That smells so freaking delicious. Very sweet. Very, very, very sweet. Oh, cherry. Minty. Marshmallow. Vanilla. No nose hair burn at all. It smells so divine. Just really nice, actually. Definitely getting some dried fruit notes, like oh, there's a specific fruit, but I can't put my nose on it. Plum. like a dried plum. Smells nice. Okay, now let's taste it. Oh, that is so good. I keep saying that is so good, but literally all of these are really good, so it's hard to not say they're all good. But this is very, very nice. It's warm, inviting. It's more of a bold flavor, so I do get like a thickness to it of like baking, like baking on Christmas. It makes me think of baking on Christmas with like all of those baking spices that you use to bake like sugar cookies, but then you're weaving in some like mint, like spearmint extract, along with some like plums and like just so like a berry, cherry, plum, maybe an icing. That's like an icing on a sugar cookie. That's what it tastes like. So like so if you made a mixture of berries, cherries, plums, jelly, like a thickness of a jelly or a syrup, and you whip that up with maybe a little bit of cream cheese icing, and then you put it on a sugar cookie. That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. Weird description, but that's all I could think of. That's exactly what this tastes like. It's super nice. It's warm, not hot. The flavor is just, it just sits in your mouth and you can just chew on it. It's very good. Really enjoyable. So we made it through the first wave of 1 through 5 of these top 5. I'm just as confused as I was when I started this, but these are all delicious. I'm going to go back through these one more time after I take a little break and figure out where I'm going to rank them. I don't know yet. I think I have an idea, but see what happens. Okay, I have my final 5 I have my final 5 whiskeys of the year figured out in order. They're organized. But let me reveal the bottom 5 first, okay? So we're going to start with number 10. Number 10 is the Bardstown Frond. Love it. I think it's great. Alone, it's freaking phenomenal. But in a blind, it finished kind of in the bottom of my top 10, but it still made it to the top 10. Next up, we have Pursuit United. This is delicious. If you love oranges, definitely check this one out. It's so good. Love it. Number 8. I had to think about that for a second. Number 8 is the Barrell Batch 29. Love it also. So good. I don't have to say I love all these. I love all these. My top 10 are freaking delicious. So Barrell Batch 29. And then number 7 is Stella Lyra Spirit Wine Provision Store Pick. This is so good. Delicious. Highly recommend it. And number 6 is the Old Forester Single Barrel Strength Rye. This one barely missed being in the top 5. So highly recommend all of these, especially these bottom 5. They're really good. But let's move these out of the way so we can figure out what the top 5 are. All right. Now it is time to do what I've been waiting for. I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous. Here we go. Let's figure out the top 5 whiskeys of the year from the average drinker. All right. We're going to start over here on my right. And this one is number 2. Got a note card here. Number 2 is Elijah Craig B521. I had like some kind of inkling that that's what that was. Delicious. Very good. Elijah Craig B521. Next up is 5. Okay, let's grab number 5. I'm nervous. Midwinter's Night Dram. So good. Okay, number 3 is number 3. Funny. Number 3 is Barrell Seagrass. Number 2 is number 1. Sorry, you're not number one, but you were close to being number one. Wait, number one. Remus! No! Oh my god! Okay. Wow! Okay, that means that there's only one option for number one. Holy crap. Holy crap! Oh my god! Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered is the Average Drinker's Whiskey of the Year. I'm actually really shocked. Okay, in a blind, it was obviously very difficult to decide. These two right here, side by side, are literally so close. It was like, I was back and forth. I had this one here, this one here. I moved them back and forth so many times. So if there was like a dual Whiskey of the Year, it would be Remus Repeal Reserve 5 and Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. But holy crap, it's really funny that I picked Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered as my Whiskey of the Year because I did not even like it that much. Actually, I think it finished like very low in my MGP showdown, and I love it. It's super good now. The spiciness comes through. There's just so much to love about it. Smoke Wagon does a great job, but wow, this top 5 is legit good. So let's go through this one more time. Elijah Craig B521, Midwinter's Night Dram, Act 9, Scene 2, Barrell Seagrass, super good. If you like yellow sprees, you gotta go get that one. Remus Repeal Reserve 5 and Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered. Those are my whiskeys of the year. I cannot wait to see what 2022 brings. There's going to be so much more whiskey. Believe me, we already have plans for so much more whiskey. But stay tuned. Be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Tell me what you think your whiskey of the year is. I want to know. I have seen so many different whiskeys of the year. And as always, thanks so much for watching The Average Drinker. I'm Dara. See you next time.